So here I am in Geneva. I rented this bike. It's definitely the best way around the lake. The cool thing about this is that you can, well, they're basically free. You just give them your passport and then 20 Swiss franc, and then if you return it before the end of the day, they give you your money back. So there's a lot of traffic around the lake today, so this could be either incredibly fun or really dangerous. There's the famous jet d'eau, basically means jet of water. And my bell's not working, but the brakes are enough noise to make anyone jump, so we'll see how this goes. It's absolutely gorgeous out today. It's about 80 degrees. Wasn't quite expecting that for October. I will preface this by saying that this bike is a total piece of shit, but you get what you pay for. You can see Cartier, Dad & Company, Roger Dubois, all the famous designers. I think I dropped my bottle. This is sort of the boat yard. The seedier side of the lake, if there is one. IWC, Blanc. So many people, it's going to be interesting. Make sure my bag's still back there. Here's the bridge that crosses into Paquis. Bell doesn't work. It's like I'm going to have to rely on the bell because the brakes don't squeak. It seems no one's ever heard of a bike path before. Jeez. Pardon. There's several boat trips around the lake. Oh, that was great. So off to the left there is where I lived when I went to school in Geneva. I keep forgetting it's a weekday. It's a Thursday. Therefore, that's why it's so much traffic out here. All of the overpriced Lakeside food shops. You can get a sandwich here for about 8 Swiss francs, or go 2 blocks up the street and get one for about 4. So that just shows you how overpriced they are down here. La Terrasse. That's the best spot to grab a beer after the end of the day. Another boat club. First of all, I noticed that the lake is actually quite high. Second of all, they're doing all kinds of dredging, some sort of dredging project, at least on this side of the lake. signing of the Treaty of Versailles after World War I. There's a ski boat school up here where, at least the last time I was here, children were learning how to ski. A lot of these lakeside restaurants are closed for the season. This one looks open. Here in the distance beyond Jet d'Or is Mont, which is half is in France, half is in Switzerland. And then if you look way off in the distance, you can see Mont Blanc, Monte Bianco, the White Mountains. It's a good day for it. Lots of gorgeous gardens and villas along the lake. I should note by saying this was the way that I walked to school every morning, the summer that I lived here. Not a bad hike. Gnat. So I was a little shocked when I first came by here to see that my school was completely covered in work. Looks like they're undergoing a massive multi-million-dollar renovation / construction of new buildings. That's Villa Barton. When I was here 4 summers ago, the library was in the basement of the WTO, which is right next door. But I hear they're getting their own building with library in it now. Here's where several of my classes took place. Here up top. This is an eco building. Below is a cafe. No reason to go up there. There's definitely no shocks on this bike. That pathway used to go to the library. Bad sight. There again is the WTO, World Trade Organization. As students, we got to go to a reception there, and we met the director, Pascal Lamy. Another yacht club. I don't know how much further I can go. I haven't been this far before yet, so this was never open. Seems to be about the end of it. Guess that's not a bad way to end the tour. A look at the Mont Blanc. You can see there just in the distance. Mont is to the right behind a tree line. Mountains all across the Alps. If you drive this way, you get to Italy. You actually have to go underneath the mountains. And when you're up close, you can see all the glaciers and the waterfalls. It's quite impressive. Well, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the tour.